Well, I'm Fess Parker. I'm a former actor, and we're at the Fess Parker Vineyard and Winery in the Santa Ynez Valley, Santa Barbara County, California. And we're anticipating our 12th or 13th harvest. And everything looks pretty good. Well, one of the things about this that was apparent to me at the beginning was that if my son Eli didn't join with me, I probably wouldn't have gone forward. But when he said he would, then I realized that maybe we were creating a business that other members of the family could be interested in, and perhaps generationally, because working with your family, primarily my son and daughter and my son-in-law, has been extraordinarily smooth.
We are a very tight-knit group here. It doesn't matter, you know, again, whether you're talking about production or the tasting room folks, sales and marketing. We all kind of pitch in and work together, and we all have one common objective, and that is to deliver a quality product and a quality experience.
You know, when you have an opportunity to work with good people like that you have a really close connection with, people like Eli and Fess, but specifically, you know, to work with my wife.
You really feel like you're part of something. The draw of coming back and being a part of this was big for me. Fess is an only child, and I think it's really special for him to be in business with his son and daughter and with mom, you know, on the inside of the equation.
Tara, no, I don't know. It's okay. All the, she looks like Alice.
It was a cold, rainy day in December 1987. I got this phone call from Dad, and he said, you know, I've just called your sister. We're going to meet. I want to take you out to the Santa Ynez Valley and show you this ranch that I just discovered.
Well, did he tell you the real reason he bought the ranch? His house fell off a cliff. He hardly didn't tell everybody that. It's actually true. His house he was renovating fell off a cliff in Santa Barbara, and he was up here bemoaning his homeless state one day, and our neighbor across the road said, you know, gosh, Fess, the ranch right there, it's available, you should look into it. And Fess jumped on it. I think it was probably, I think this piece of property means more to him than just about anything.
So we got in the car and drove up to the valley, and a 30-minute ride up here, he was describing this beautiful piece of property. So we drive up onto the top mesa here, and it is absolutely as described. It's like an oak savanna, looked like something right out of Africa. And we're driving around, and he's talking about, you know, how he could envision retiring to this piece of property. And it didn't take long before he started talking about, you know, fulfilling probably a lifelong dream of planting a few acres of vineyard and starting a small winery.
When we started this winery, we started in a small building that's a barrel storage room now. And we made the wine there. We aged the wine there. We sold the wine there. And so many people in the early years saw us as we made progress here. This building we took 4 years to put up.
Making a personal connection with your customers here at the winery is your best chance at keeping somebody in the fold for a long time.
We'll get some citrus in there, a little hints of grapefruit.
Bring the message home that this is a small, you know, family-owned and operated, you know, place.
We live a great deal off of the legacy of the film work. I started out in 1951, and after about 15 movies and small parts and some television, Walt Disney gave me the opportunity to play Davy Crockett. And that was 5 one-hour films, and it was a sort of an extraordinary development of the impact of television and upon the marketing of kind of souvenir stuff. In 1964, I started the television series Daniel Boone.
And the Boone Show ran for about 6 or 7 years. And so, you know, from mid-50s to about 1970, he had a nice career in the film business. And I think really during that time, kind of captured the hearts of a lot of young people during that era.
My whole life, people have been coming up to me and saying, you know, I grew up with your dad, and your dad means so much to me, and that's incredible. And that kind of longevity, I think, is pretty special.
It was an extraordinary experience.